Hi, SourceOps tutorial. Here's a cube. I want to export it. The material is called material. Don't worry about that for now. You need to add a game. Click plus. Name doesn't really matter. Game info does matter. Browse towards your game. There you see game info.txt. Accept that. Set the name if you want.
I don't think that's a valid path.
No, it really isn't. This is optional. Don't have to fill it in. Models. Add a model. Model name doesn't matter. It's going to export to models/example/models. Reference visible, collision tangible. You can feel it, run into it. Body groups and stacking are more advanced features that I'm not talking about right now. I'm going to pick this collection with the cube in it. Here's some options for the model. Excuse me. Such as the surface property. So let's make it a wood box. It doesn't have animations. Let's make it a static prop. It doesn't have any translucent materials, so I'm not going to tick has glass, which does mostly opaque in the QC. This is a thing that Seth wanted me to add. Oops.
Make note of the origin being negative Z. Like, that's not a typo.
Negative Z, yeah, that's on purpose. That's why I added the plus and the minus, because that's just how source works. Don't question it. Material folders, so that's where this material will be found. So let's find an example material. Sure. So materials, models, Mongela. For example, models, Mongela, and then the material will be called Mongela wood. So now you've got this folder over here, and you've got this file name over here, and then it will find it. Type the name if you want, don't have to. Sequences is for animation. This is events, which are like sounds, for example. But don't worry about that for now. Let's start by exporting it as a static prop. So generate the SMD files, the QC. This is to open the QC if you want. So here you can see the generated QC. I did this QC thing in brackets instead of .qc because if I do .qc, it doesn't recognize it, and then there's no text highlighting because reasons. So if I do it like this with no extension, there's text highlighting because it assumes it's a script. Okay, so here's the generated QC. Looks good to me. And then MDL. It might not be as quick for you. I have quick MDL installed. Not going to get into that right now. And ta-da, here's the box. Now, say I want this box to move up and down. I will add an armature. I'll take my box, my armature, and press Control P, armature with automatic weights. So now, when I move this, even in pose mode, it will move with it. So, let's get a timeline in here. And on the first frame, I'll add a keyframe. Lock rot is what Source uses, so I press IO to achieve that. To achieve that. Then I go to, for example, frame 10, and I move it up by 1 meter. And I'll rotate it around the Z-axis by 45 degrees. So then I'll duplicate this to frame 20 and this to frame 30. Perhaps started at frame 0. So there's an animation for you. Let's add this animation. Sequence. Sequence name. Idle, for example. Zero to 30. Let's make it a loop. The weight of 1. This is the likeliness that it will happen when this activity is called. If there are other sequences that have the same activity.
I didn't know that.
Now you do. Oops, I forgot. Static prop was still takes. Turn that off.
Yep. If it's no longer static, it can't be static prop.
There you go. Here's an animation. You can get a physics model if you'd like. So I'll save in pause mode. Duplicate this. Make a new collection. Move it to this new collection. And then I can select it here. Let's make this a static prop again. Sorry if you can hear my Discord notification sounds. Now physics model.
Bloop.
There we go. Fucking, excuse me.
I think you should have made it like a different shape, so like a sphere or something. So you can
Yeah,
tell the
I
difference.
can do that. Yeah, sphere sounds pretty good to me. Icosphere, for example. So this is how you would feel it in game when you walk up against.
So it'd roll around.
I suppose. Now you could
The
animate
sphere.
it, but the collision won't move with it because collision can't be animated. Or
joint
it
constraint,
can with joints, but it's complicated, and I've never worried about figuring that out because I don't make character
I've never done
models.
it. I may have to at some point.
You may have to do what?
Use the kind of a joint armature thing, whatever.
Oh, maybe.
Perhaps. I think you tie a collision mesh to a bone or something like that.
Tie a collision mesh to a bone. Yeah, mayhaps. I don't
I've
know
also got
exactly
that
how it works.
shape thing for bones as well. So like the sort of a blending thing I've seen for like hands. So they don't twist out proportion like mine do on my shotgun.
Hmm.
I wonder if anyone's ever actually noticed that yet.
And here's an example event. Warning, loud. Let's turn off loop and turn on snap. And then let's end it at
I think
frame
you won't
10.
be able to loop that.
Where's the sound?
Have you given it a sound to play?
I'm pretty sure I have.
What does QC say?
I'll check, but it should be working fine.
Yep, there you go. Right, I just see if it's like. Yeah, it looks correct.
Right then.
What if you compile it again and it works?
That should do.